Hi, today we're going to do the engine mountings on the Boulevard. It's 1800 or M109R, VZ 1800, whatever you want to call it, both. And this is the engine mounts, this is what they're like. It's a steel pin, steel plate and rubber here which goes into the engine. And this takes up it cushions the vibration and everything. So there's two, it's the front ones I'm going to do. There is actually three sets of mounts. I'll show you what they are. So the ones I want to do are the front ones. Now the front ones are down in here, okay. There's also rear ones. There's ones at the back here at the top, and there's another set underneath. These ones hardly ever go, but the ones at the front take up all the slack. You know, when you're pulling away, accelerating, decelerating, so they be right quick. Now, I was also told that while doing these, the mountings on the top at the back are actually a harder rubber, last a lot longer. So what they recommend is when you do your front mounts is buy a set for the top back. They're all the same size, but these are a harder rubber. Put them in the front and it'll last for ages. There's also, I've seen some people take the old ones, cut the rubber away off the old ones, and then buy these nylon bushes that can slide onto here and glue in place, and then you just buff the sides till it's the right diameter to go in, and they'll last even longer. I don't know about that. When I take the old ones out, I'll have a look at them and maybe see if I can make up another set for when the back ones go or the front ones go again. But hopefully I put these harder ones in, they'll last a lot longer. And by the way, the bike's done, oh geez, what has it done? Probably about 22,000 kilometres, something like that. 22,500, so yeah, some people reckon their front mounts are away within 10,000, 15,000. I think mine were going at about 17, because I could feel it when you're accelerating, decelerating, you feel that free play in the engine clonking sometimes. The best way to test it is to start your bike up, stick it in first gear on the ground, put the front and back brakes on so as it won't move, and then let it clutch in and out slowly, and you'll see your engine rocking. The best way would be, to see it properly, would be setting a camera up like this, putting it next to your engine and doing it. I don't know if mine will do it, I've got mine on a stand at the moment, but we can give it a try. So we'll give it a try, see what happens. Oh. Remember to put your kickstand up. There. So you could see the engine movement. You could actually hear it knocking, which is shows that the rubber's worn and the mount's actually hitting metal to metal. Here's one of them in here. You can actually see it on this side. The other side I have to take all this stuff off to get into it. Anyway, let's do it. I'll get my kit out. We'll make a start. See how we get on. I've never done it on this before, so first time for all of us, eh? Here we go. So we'll start off by taking the foot peg off. A couple of bolts, I think. Right, it just takes a bit of bit of wiggling. Anyway, we've got this bottom frame to take off. Anyway, to get this out properly so we can get into the bolt, I think. There it is out now. Now, the mount is in there, if you can see it. That wee bolt there. That's the engine mount, so we need to take that mount off. Next thing we've got to do is take this panel off. So screwing the bottom of this panel here and one up the top. So we'll go ahead and remove them. That looks like a small size. So I've got one of these, and I have. So there's one on each side. Take it off, just like that. And that should come off. There's a wee screw up here. Some of them say you have to lift the tank to get into that, but I don't think you do. Right, take that screw off, take the one at the other side, and this will slide forward enough to get this frame off. I'll show you in a second. So, under on the other side, pull this forward, so you'll see there's two bolts. Where the hell are they? There's two bolts under here, and two down the bottom there. But I think we need to unbolt the radiator. There's a bolt or two at the bottom here, and the radiator will slide forward out the way. And then we should be able to get the mount off. So, I've taken the bolt off the bottom of the radiator, and as you can see the radiator slides forward. That's it off of this frame. You need to get it off of this frame. There's two bolts under here I need to take out. So, a small socket, and remove this reservoir. This is the brake fluid reservoir for the back brake. So it's a good chance to look at all these things, check fluid levels, etc, etc. So, yeah, and that's that off. There we go. You might have wanted to take that off before the, what do you call it, before you take the pegs off. So, you can get into these two bolts, and there's two bolts underneath. We need to have a wee look at the other side to see what we need to take off. So, the two bolts at the other side are under here somewhere. Right. Maybe there isn't. Nah. I think it's just the two. The other frame you have to take off. I don't think you have to take this side off. Can't see any. Must just be the frame at the other side. So, that means I've jacked the bike up on this. So as the back wheel's off the ground, it holds it steady. Taking all this off and slackened off the cover. That's that done. Now, I need to take this side of the frame off. Now, in order to do that, we need to get a wee trolley jack under the front of the engine, which you don't push up against the oil filter, but just under the front on a block, and just press it up so as it supports the engine, and then take this frame off. I'll go and get my trolley jack. So, found a wee bit of wood. So I'll stick this on the jack. Maybe I'll lower it a wee bit. There we go. and then take the strain of the engine, like that. Now, 2 Allen bolts here, 2 Allen bolts under here, and this frame should come off. That's what's next. So, let's see what size it is. Fair size. Perfect. Back to the tight. There's a bolt behind there. So there's a bolt behind there. There'll probably be one behind it. Open this out. Now I'm going to take this. Screw out. Take this panel off because it's a pain in the arse. So here we are. Panels off. 2 bolts here. One here, one at the other side. Radiator comes off. It's a great opportunity. Here's your horn. Have you ever wanted to get in to take the horn off and take the wires out to maybe put a sable horn or some other kind of air horn on? It's your perfect opportunity when you do the engine mounts, if you need to do your engine mounts. So anyway, see what size these nuts are. There we go. 14mm at the back. So take these off. There's the nut. Just fell. Oh, just on the ground. Bloody hell. And we'll get the other one off. Then once I get these 2 off, it's just a matter of getting the ones underneath off. It's not easy getting the camera under there, but however it's easy enough to see them and to take them off. Nothing difficult about it. So it's that panel ready to come off. And just a matter of getting the other 2 off now. I notice there's a bar along here. Yeah, there's a bar, I never saw this along here. And at the other side of it, there's 2 more of these bolts. So we'll need to take that off, and then we'll take the underneath one off. And then we'll be able to unbolt this engine mount, hopefully. So let's just have a recap. So we're going to do these engine mounts, and now I'm taking it to bits. I know the best way to do it. First of all, I think if you take your foot pegs off, 2 bolts each side, and with this one your reservoir V10mm bolt, take that off. You won't get that till the cowling's off, so maybe you're better taking the cowling off first. Take all this off, the wee screw, the bolt, and unclip it underneath, take it all off. Then take the pegs off, 2 bolts, same on the other side. Take the radiator off, 2 bolts at the top, bolt at the bottom, the radiator, I'll come back. Then you've got these 2 bolts up here to take this part of the frame off, 2 bolts here, there's a bar goes along here, 2 bolts at the other side, and 2 bolts sort of under your exhaust here, which are still to take off. So that's how far I've got now. So now, as you can see, this mount here, try and pull that plug out of the way, there we go, mount here, undo that bolt and withdraw the pin out the other side, and that's the bolt out that's holding your mounts in place. Then take these bolts off on the frame and pull the frame off, and you'll be able to lower the engine on the jack just enough to get the mounts out and change them. So yeah, so I'll take this long bolt out next, I think. Tight. So that's turning on the other side. I'll need to put a bolt in, a spanner on to hold it. 15 is it? Yeah. There we go. Spanner on it, so I should be able to. There we go. And then we should be able to push that bolt out. That's it, part of the way out. We'll go around the other side to have a look. So this is the other side. And you see I've taken the peg off, it's just hanging here. The radiator's hanging. Took that off, 2 wee bolts just to keep it out of the way. So there you go. That plate goes up there. So that's engine mounts off so far. There's a bar connecting them that I'll need to. So there's a bar in the middle between the two mounts, so as you can't push them too far in. I need to get that off. It's like a bar with a collar in the middle, just slide it to one side and the bar will come off. Hopefully. Actually, what I was telling you was wrong. This is your engine mount here, this will just peel out. There's one out. We'll go to the other side. And now see, this one won't peel out because of this bracket. That bracket doesn't come off, and that's why we'll have to take this bar off here. So 2 Allen keys under here, and then we'll be able to get the other mount out. Now I'll just show you the difference. There's an old one and there's a new one. Now I'm not an aggressive rider, so as you can see this one's quite worn, but more so worn here. Look at the size of the splines. Yeah, they're quite worn compared to what the splines should be like. Even on the good side, they're a bit further down than this one. So yeah, as you can see, that's been given, and it's very, very soft. I mean, I can push that right in, whereas these new ones, they're hard. So that should do the trick. So yeah, so these just pull out, pop the new ones in. If it doesn't go easy, put a wee bit of washing up liquid or something on it, and pop them in. And that's it. So anyway, this bar off next, and that'll be that. These ones here are good if you've got an extension. There's a captive nut, so you don't need a spanner, which is a good thing. Might be worth putting a bit of Loctite on these when you put them back in, if you've got any. That's these bolts off. So 2 off here, 2 off at the top at the other side, and we'll see if this is going to peel away. Something's stopping it. What can it be? What can it be? Something up here. Actually, slide it forward. You don't need to take it off, just move it around, just to get the mount in, like that. Pull the old one out. Jesus, they're tight. and just pull it out like that. So, mounts off. Need my glasses to have a better look. So, this is the mount on the left hand side, the drive side, and this is the mount on the other side. This one's not worn near as bad, but it looks actually quite good at the splines. But if you look, you see the wee flat bits in between. If you look at them, the difference in height, I don't know if you can see that in the camera or no. Yep. And then you take a new one, flat bits in between, you look at the difference in height. I don't know if you can see that, but that shows how much wear a new one compared to an old one. So yeah, so we'll get these new ones in, see how it goes, and hopefully that'll cure the problem. They're a wee bit different for the original ones, because the original ones have got a wee round bit here where this is, and you can see that's the upper one for the back, because when you look at it you can actually see it inside it. You can see these bits, so you definitely know you've got a back one when it has these wee groovy bits compared to the round bit here. So yeah, so anyway, let's get them on. So, let's bring you in closer. So here's the hole for the mount, and here's the new mount. Now, it's often better to put a bit of lubricant. I've got some white lithium performance grease here. Great stuff. Stops things from seizing. It's a good wee lubricant. It's not going to damage the rubber. Using things like, I don't know, any kind of some other lubricants, maybe even, I don't know. You've got to watch what you put on anyway so as it doesn't damage the rubber. And that just goes in. And with a bit of force, push it in. Like that. Even if you need a bit, I don't know, a hammer maybe. I'll get a hammer. So, yes, a hammer, choose the rubber end. And that will push in slowly. Never mind, when you put the other one on, Jesus, where is it? You've got this collar. Got it. You've got this collar that goes on. Make sure you put that on, and it makes the two bushes push into that collar, and they won't go any further because there's a lip in there. So just make sure you put that on before you put the second one in. So, second one's just the same. We'll get a mount. And give it a wee spray with some lithium. Helps it go in. Don't be scared to spray it on. And remember, before you put this one in, put that on the one that's already in that collar. Or else you'll have to take it out again. If we can get into the collar, it would be so much easier. Right on there, nearly there. Excuse me, I'll put my head in the way. Yeah. Well, that's it done. Mounts are in, tightened up. I was videoing more in the bloody video thing. I mustn't have pressed the button properly, I never recorded it. Anyway, so let me see. If you're going to change these mounts in there, the easiest and simplest way to start with is take this cowling off. We screw under here, and that screw there. Same with the other side, pop it off the clips at the bottom, take it off. Then next we'll be taking this off, and these two screws here which hold the master cylinder for the back brake, and there's a wee screw up here that holds the tank for the fluid for the back brake. So take all them off, then we'll go to the other side, take the foot peg off, and then it's the frame with 2 bolts up here, 2 bolts underneath, and there's a cross member, 2 bolts on the other side, take them off. Take the radiator off, there's 3 bolts holding it on, it pulls away a wee bit, it's enough to get in to get it off, these 2 bolts and the crossbar. And then once they're off, it's just a matter of taking the mounts off as I showed you, and then putting it back together is just the reverse. It's all done. It runs fine. I've been down the road on it. The engine's no rocking anymore, which is good. So it's another successful job. Aye, I think the back mounts, the ones at the back, at the top and at the bottom, are fine. It's just that front one was given a lot. So although I've seen worse, seen people doing it on YouTube, and their mounts are a hell of a lot worse than this one. But yeah, so that's it, all done. Just to clear up the mess now. Catch you later.